The Unfiltered by Jade.
Jade. Welcome to The Unfiltered by Jade, where we educate, empower, and entertain. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, download, donate, and make everybody know about this.
Beats by RB Records.
Shopping assistance, your style, your budget. Our services include online and local shopping for individuals and businesses, personal shopping, purchasing of company and office supplies, importing and exporting small packages across Jamaica and worldwide, and helping you find unique gifts and items for all events and occasions. Contact us at 876-919-5195 or shoppingassistance2015@gmail.com. Shopping Assistance, your style, your budget.
How do you use Zencaster? If you have thought about podcasting before and realize that you need a lot of different tools and services, those days are over. With Zencaster's all-in-one podcasting platform, you can create podcasts all in one place and distribute to Spotify, Apple, and other major destinations. Go to zencaster.com/pricing and use my code Unfiltered10 and you'll get 30% off your first month off any Zencaster paid plan. I want you to have the same easy experiences I do for my podcasting and content needs. It's time to share your story. Sun and Swell Foods is the nation's first online plastic-free grocery store. Shop their assortment of delicious, healthy foods in plastic-free, compostable packaging. They are delicious. 100% plant-based, 100% gluten-free, 100% real foods, no added preservatives or ingredients. Come in compostable packaging. If you are looking for a more planet-friendly pantry, shop Sun and Swell and get 20% off site-wide when you go to sunandswellfoods.com and use promo code Unfiltered10 at checkout. That's 20% off your entire order when you use Unfiltered10 at sunandswellfoods.com. Welcome back to The Unfiltered by Jade. Today we have with us here Jennifer Hill, and I'm excited to speak with her and share on some of her gems that she have to drop for us. So Jennifer Hill, she's your sister, she's a life coach for women, and she's a friend in Christ. And that's utmost important for us here. We have not reached our goals. Now what? Especially for people who have set goals and they have reached a certain age and hey, I've not reached it. Now what? What should I do? So yeah, I want to talk about that with you. So hi Jennifer, how are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I am doing great. I'm glad to have you here.
Thank you for having me, Jade. I really appreciate it.
So first and foremost, what is a goal for people who don't know what a goal is?
I have my own definition of it because to me, a goal is it's the beacon of hope. It's, what guides your efforts, turning your dreams into reality. It's that bridge between the present and the desired future that you want for yourself, like creating those possibilities for the life that you want.
Right.
And that is how I see goals as.
What are the reasons for setting or planning goals for ourselves?
Well, I think a great reason is it's a driving force. It's something that pushes you to overcome any obstacles, to persist through challenges, or even if you just want to experience something that you have been dreaming about for so long.
Mhm.
Goals are just a great way to say, you know, how can I be the best version of myself? And what does that look like? And I think when you set that out and you plan it, that's when the uniqueness starts to happen.
What are some obstacles though and challenges that delay us in reaching our goals?
Oh my goodness, there's so many. I chuckle a little bit because I had a mastermind class with some of my women clients, and this is one of the areas that I always get asked, or these are some of the areas that my ladies are always having issues with. And a lot of challenges, I think, is a couple I do want to go over is the fear of failure.
Mm.
We worry that our efforts may not lead to success.
Yes.
We allow that voice in our head to deter us the other way. We don't feel worthy of accomplishing that.
True.
Another thing is you're lacking clarity. You're very unclear, you're vague about it, there's confusion that sets in, and then it decreases the enthusiasm about your goal. Let's say your external distractions. One thing I tell people is get off social media from time to time. You need a fast, a detox. Because
Mm.
sometimes, people have this perception, oh, it's working for her. How come it's not working for me? I don't know that back end story. We don't know what that person went through to
Mm-hmm.
even get to where they're at. So many aspects that can affect our goals, lack of resources, mental exhaustion, procrastination. I can go on, but those are some of the challenges that I hear a lot of people going through.
What exactly is goal alignment?
I think for me, it's goal alignment is developing that strong discernment. It's allowing you then to have a better decision or decisions about the goal that you're achieving.
Right.
You're ensuring that it's aligning with your morale, the values that you have placed. Goal alignment allows you to remain open minded, allows you to
Mm.
revise as you go on, take in new information. But again, that strong discernment and having that keeps you aligned to that goal, your why.
But as we get older, sometimes does our goal alignment change?
Oh, yes, it does. It
Mm-hmm.
does. Change is inevitable, Jay. It's so inevitable. I tell people be kind to yourself in this process. I know in the past, especially ambitious people, we have these goals and I need this done by X, Y, and Z. And sometimes, as the cliche is lifing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Things are happening. The world is changing. So if you're kind to yourself in this process of your goal setting, and you just make sure that you're aligned with your value, the character, integrity, more
Right.
importantly, I think then you're able to just continue to go and develop and continue to achieve.
How do we deal with fear and anxiety?
Oh, I hate that word, fear and anxiety. I tell you. I'm telling you, I tell people use that fear to help you persevere, push through. The goal is you want to replace that negative thought patterns. And one thing I do always incorporate, Jade, is I am a faith-based. I believe in God and Jesus Christ. And I tell people to align yourself with God's word.
Yes.
Impart that truth into your heart and into your mind because you're going to need it. You're going to encounter the naysayers. You're going to encounter the self-doubt in your own mind. We are our biggest critics.
Yes.
But if you're replacing it with something that's truth-based, that's worthy, that's going to help you along this way, that's going to set you with intentions, then it just helps this journey come a little bit more better. You know what I'm saying? It allows
Yes.
you to nurture and appreciate the journey while you're accomplishing your goals to achieve them.
To achieve them. They're not going to come easy, but it will help us.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
It will come ease. Like, we can do things in ease. It doesn't always have to be so downtrodden.
True. How does long-term goal and short-term goal help us in our journey to achieve our goals?
So I look at it like this, as an umbrella is your long term. That is the vision, right? That's the overarching purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And so then when you have to break it down, because it's this huge elephant, you got to take it by pieces.
Yes.
And so then you break it down into your short term. It's the stepping stones to get there. So when you have that mindset, it helps you create a balanced approach from a personal and professional development. Because I think sometimes when we try to just do it all at once, that becomes overwhelming.
Yes.
So when you break it down into a short term, I think the best way to look at it, having a short term would allow immediate motivation, which is a good thing because it lets us know, okay, I'm on the right path. And
Right.
like I said, we need to have some of that feeling of joy with it because then
Mm-hmm.
it makes it easier for you to stay motivated for the long haul. It keeps you
True.
engaged. It gives you metrics in the short term process. So now you have progress to measure and you can see where you need to make necessary adjustments. It also allows you to build momentum in the process of a short term. So it's boosting your confidence
Yes.
and that morale. I think it's really good to have. And then flexibility. Again, what I was saying, Jade, earlier is, you will have to readjust. Let's just already go say that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But be kind to yourself in that. Be flexible, be adaptable, because we have to do that. And if you allow those stepping stones, which is the short term, then it allows you to get to that long term vision with
Mm-hmm.
a clearer direction. You sustain the motivation. You're strategic with your planning when you're pivoting. And it just allows you to prioritize. And I think these are just great keys to have in mind when you're having a goal, because you can combine it and then it allows the experience to unfold and develop. It's the balance, I think. It's just truly having balance.
Sometimes we will set short-term goals to help
Hmm.
us achieve our long terms, but then sometimes our long terms will change. That means we maybe have to also try to adjust or change a little bit our short-term goals so that we can still align,
Yeah,
because we don't want to have our short-term goals still concrete and our long-term goal has changed.
yeah. That, yeah, you definitely will be misaligned.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Then you'll be questioning yourself, and then that's when you'll allow those factors, what I mentioned earlier,
Right.
whether it's the self doubt, the fear of failure, procrastination starts to seep in.
Yes. Yes. How do we identify blocks?
Self reflection, that is
Mm.
so key. That is so key. I always encourage my clients to sit with yourself and reflect, like really spend some quiet time thinking about your goals, really asking yourself about your why. Is this truly what you want? How does this make you feel? And sometimes even when it doesn't feel good, do you still feel like this aligns with your core, your morale, who you are? And that's really important. Another thing I always suggest is incorporating journaling. Journaling is so key.
Yeah.
It allows you to be so open without worrying about judgment
Yes.
and just writing everything down. And then you can go back and revisit those journal prompts to see your thoughts
Yes.
and what you were thinking at that moment. And is it showing something that was hidden that you didn't know? Like, oh, why do I feel about this like this? So I think that's key. And then also visualizing it. Imagine you achieved your goal. Does this visualization, does it challenge? Does it brings up resistance? Because if that is the case, that is letting me know that there's a block somewhere. If I'm
Mm.
having a hard time accepting the end result, if I cannot visualize it, there must be something deep in that's blocking me from even wanting to see myself at the end.
I'm going to throw in this question here.
Oh, go ahead.
Can people bear a block?
Yes, they definitely can. That's why you can't tell everybody your goals, sis.
Yes.
And it's so important on part of this journey when you do create your goal to really identify your community. And it's going to be small, and that's okay, because everyone cannot handle what it is that you're doing. Everyone shouldn't be able to have access to it anyway. So
True.
I really would, hey, you're preaching to the choir. I really make sure that the community is tight, because I can't have naysayers around me.
True.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because we're already fighting self. So I really need balanced, great people who are going to tell me the truth in love, whether it's
Yes.
good, bad, or indifferent,
Yes.
but keep me encouraging, like, okay, let me give you some feedback and go right back at it. So,
True.
yeah, you
True.
got to be careful with that.
Love that. Can you explain goal reevaluation and when exactly it is that we should do this?
Yeah, certainly. So, goal reevaluation is the process of assessing, you're adjusting your goals based on new information. And as we were saying earlier, life is lifing, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
circumstances, environment is changing. You as an individual, you're changing. Change is inevitable.
Yes.
So you have to then, going back, reflecting on those changes, asking yourself again, have my values changed? Have my resources shifted?
Mm.
Are your finances still available? Do you have
Mm.
to readjust? So reevaluating the process and assessing that is really helpful. And I think it's, depending how lofty the goal is, having that monthly reevaluation or quarterly, just really depending, how big you've made this goal for your life.
Mm-hmm.
And then factoring that there's going to be some major life events that may take place.
True.
Your passion or interest may wane. So are you still in love with your why?
Wow. Mm-hmm. That's a big
Are,
one.
yeah, are you still, and I mean, we have to be honest with ourselves. There's many times I've set goals for myself, I'll be honest. And let's just say if I set five, I remember there's times I've crossed off two or three because I was like, I'm not in love with this no more. This does not align with my why.
Right.
Hmm.
That's important.
That's very important because my time is valuable and I need to make sure that I'm doing, that I am really making the most out of it to
Yes,
achieve what it is that I set for myself.
very true. Very, very true.
So, yeah, it's very important.
How can we start over?
Realizing that you're not starting over and you're just starting from experience.
That's
That's
nice.
one thing. I think when we hear the word start over, we tend to think of negativity, right? Like, oh my God, I gotta
Yes.
start all over again. Whereas I tell my ladies all the time, I say to clients, how about you look at it from a different perspective? How about you're starting from experience? So
Mm,
now you're taking what did work, what did not work, and then you're just reevaluating. It's like a reframe.
right.
Then you are going back to your why, making adjustments, reflecting on that, and just acknowledging that, okay, there were some unforeseen challenges or things may have changed, priorities may have shifted, but that's okay because I am still on the journey overall.
Right.
Yeah, I just had to change a little bit. I just had to pivot, and that's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. It really is. Just reframe the goal, change your perspective,
Mm-hmm.
reevaluate your why,
Mm-hmm.
analyze the past attempts,
Mm-hmm.
and just re-engineer it from there and keep
Yes.
going.
And
Just
keep
keep
going.
going. Because the thing is, you don't want to stop because people have a hard time just starting.
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
And don't compare yourself with others who have probably reached their goals.
Oh my goodness. Like I
Yeah.
said, comparison is the enemy of joy. And again, I
Yes.
don't know your backstory. We don't know what that person went through to get where
Mm-hmm.
they're at. So just appreciate it. If anything, use that as motivation. Like, wow, she or he did that, then I know I can do it.
Yeah.
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 And go
That's
from
it.
there.
Go from there. Resources. What are some resources and support that can be used to help us to reach our desired goals?
So much resources. I mean, this technology age that we're in nowadays,
Man.
man, who are you telling, right? You can get a whole degree online.
Listen, don't play.
Um, Reading books, that has been a game changer for me, just opening up and being open to knowledge that you didn't even know.
True.
Online courses, again, we joke about that, but it
Yep.
is
No,
true.
it's
Like,
true. Very, very true.
honestly, you can start a business, get online, get certified. So digital tools, like there's apps, there's one that I do use that I like to keep me aligned in certain areas. It's called Habit Tracker.
Okay.
I use that for those goals that I fall off a lot and I have to just be like, I need something accountable. So if you wanted to use an app, Habit Tracker is a good one.
Okay.
Getting a mentor or a coach. Like I said, a lot of ladies come to me, they need that empowerment, they need that understanding, and or a mentor can help you staying aligned and understanding your why, getting into community. So Facebook have, attentional groups,
Okay.
your church, women organizations, men organizations.
Right.
There's so much out here. There's so much support and resources. You just have to be so intentional. You have to make sure you're aligned. You have to understand your why. Ensure that your core values, your integrity, the character is aligned within God, and you'll
Mm-hmm.
start attracting like-minded.
Yes. Yes, that's important. We can always grow from people, learn from people.
Yeah. I don't know anything, I tell you. I just keep learning every day. That's what I always say. I don't know anything. So just teach me. I'm still learning, right? And
Yes.
when you have it from that perspective, you really are like, wow. So be open-minded in this process. If I had to tell somebody on their journey, even if they felt like I'm starting over, no, you're not.
Mm,
You're starting from experience. Be
that's right.
kind to yourself in this process. You will have to readjust, and that's okay. I just always tell my clients, make sure you are aligned in your character first and foremost.
Wow. That's something.
Character first and foremost, because
Hmm.
that will then produce the fruits based on the goals that you set.
Wow, that's good.
Hmm.
Be aligned in your character first.
Yes, that's so important. That is so important. Your why will be impactful.
Yes.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not telling you nothing that I don't tell myself. So
It's really, really good. Really good. So, Jennifer, where is it that we can find you if we want to, get your coaching advice, if we want to just talk with you?
I love
If,
that.
yeah.
Yeah. So I'm on Instagram as Agenda, and it's AJENN
Mm-hmm.
.da. You can book a consultation with me. It's complimentary. We can go over what it is that's hindering in this season and where you're trying to go in this transitional period, because I
Mm-hmm.
love to advocate for women leading fulfilling lives with
Mm-hmm.
God set on the agenda daily.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely find me on Instagram, and or email at info@hellojenniferhill.com. Thank you,
Thank you
Jamie.
for this great episode. There's a lot that you dropped. I mean, for us to listen to. I mean, you told us go online for resources, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Be intentional. Just remember that you are not starting from the beginning, but you're starting from experience. Those things help. And those
Yeah,
things will keep us in line because thinking about starting from the beginning is depressing. So when we start
it
from
is.
experience, it gives us a different taste.
Yes, it does. And it gives you a little bit more peace with that, right?
Yes, and you feel a
Yeah.
bit more better. You know, you
Hmm.
feel much better with that.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what we got to do. Because, like I said, we are our worst critics. So, anything that helps stay encouraged to embrace the process and to just enjoy the journey and be kind to yourself and part of it.
Nice. Loving it. Loving it. Thank you so much, Jen.
Thank
And
you.
thank you to our listeners on the Unfiltered by Jade. And we'll be back next week, Tuesday. Thank you.